Can you hear me? Good for him. Okay. All right. So, all right, first step, cool. I went in the rough, whoops. But okay, I'm looking here, I'm trying to find best case scenario. I don't have a lot of wind coming at me, so with an overpowered shot, I should be able to clear it. So I try to find something that's about a good angle. I'll probably put some right curl on it, right? So full over about there. This one's not the greatest example to do it, but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Close enough. So basically that's that. And okay, perfect. Yeah. And so it ended up working out exactly the way that I thought. I hit it close enough to perfect where my adjustments were appropriate. Obviously that's an overpowered rough shot. You're kind of guesstimating. I'm not going to use any notebooks for this. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to eye everything. So for my next shot, just even like thinking about it right now, I'm thinking I have a wedge. I'm using the Endbringer or the rapier. I'm not sure actually right now on this account. But what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to figure out what the wind is doing. Is it going to be advantageous for me to use full backspin, full top spin, no spin, etc. Right? And that's figuring out your shot. Yeah, this guy, he got it. Damn. Okay, now I have to make it, right, since he's putting. So the adjustment, like I'm not going to use any Clash Caddy for it. I'm just going to use my eyes. And basically, like the way that I look at it, I look at how far away I am and how much I think that the ball would fly in that amount of distance, right? And that's usually, I mean, that's what the guide's going to tell you. Okay, so I don't have advantageous wind, which kind of sucks, because straight head or tailwind here is perfect. But because of the way of the green, right, how it funnels towards the hole, which is actually really nice for us, we can play it a little bit more to the right. But that, I mean, that's a perfect ball guide. That's what we want. So if you start it just under, and then you move it a little bit to adjust for what the green's doing there, and then you can look, see how far you are, guesstimate, and then obviously hitting it perfect will help. Oop, okay, well, oh, okay, horrible example because I missed, but the idea is there. Okay, so because it was uphill and the wind was coming slightly at us, I should have played it a little bit deeper, and not just like right at the pin where the end of the ball guide was. So whatever, we're gonna play another hole real quick and hopefully give you a better example. But yeah, I knew I had to make it and I fucked up. So this guy's just a complete tool, but that's not here nor there. Haha, laughing. Good luck. Go fuck yourself. Okay, go and do this. Okay. I'm not gonna use the Bandera ball again. I'm gonna use a Titan ball. All right, here. I know this hole. It's got a really tough bump, depending on what the wind is, right? Okay, so we have, actually this is pretty good wind for this hole, and I want to make sure that I have a second club that'll get me there, right? So I want to use my Cataclysm here, but I know that if I bounce it too far off here and it goes to the right, you're gonna go into the shit. But if you bounce it before a little bit, right, because I have some headwind coming into me, it should roll up there, you know, where that second bounce is. So basically I'll just do this. I'm not going to use any Clash Caddy or whatever, but I know that I have to get it out there. And so I am going to do an overpowered shot, but and I go against the wind with my curl just a little bit. I hopefully this works out, because I'll feel like a fucking tool if it doesn't. Because like I'm trying to explain the thoughts, like what I'm thinking as I'm doing what I'm doing, because I played fucking too many games. All right, so here, this one's going to be a tough shot. with anything other than tailwind. But I already know that I'm going to have to hit it just before the rough, bump it into the upslope with enough speed to keep it bouncing it onto the green, keeping it there without having too much speed where it rolls into the rough. Tough shot. I mean, you know the whole. You're always thinking of your next shot. So, but if it's a headwind, I might not. Well, I'm still gonna go for it. Who am I kidding? But because I'm gonna fully overpower, full top spin everything to try and MacGyver my way there, or if, best case scenario, leave it short. All right, let's see. Okay, so we have that wind. I know I'm gonna need top spin because I know I need to hit it into that mound right there. Right, so now I know that I have to be overpowered, but because of the overpoweredness of it, in the wind, I can play a little bit off it, and I know generally like what the adjustments are. Ooh, okay, that looked like it looks like that's too much of an adjustment, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back some, and I'm still gonna put a little left curl on it too, just to make sure. Okay, so it was a little bit too much, it looks like, but screen side. Okay. Oh, bunker. It's so hard to explain everything, but the way that I look at it, I always look at it from the wind at my back, how I make my adjustments, like how I turned the screen and was looking at it from a certain distance. Now I think this one was uphill, and that's why the adjustment wasn't as much, right? But that's just the RNG of holes. So this dude's probably gonna have to full top spin, bounce onto the green, which he actually kind of has. I mean, he has the ability to do it with the level 6 Cataclysm. It's like an 80 top spin, but he put a little bit too much curl, so that actually might be in the rough for bunker. He fucking luck a duck. Okay, that's fine. All right, so here, sand, whatever. I know I'm gonna try to run it out. Real quick. Let me just try to set this up. Okay, I'll do that. Right, that's a good adjustment. Now I would look at the wind from this perspective, how it's like behind me, right? And that's how I'd want to make my adjustment. I know it's just a little itty bitty one. It'll make the difference though. So just a tidbit, just a little bit to carry the ball. Obviously I have to hit a perfect 1, 3, 6, 7, 8. Oh my, fuck me in the ass. Okay, we won't talk about that. So when I say to make the adjustment from there, right, like that's what I mean, is like have the wind at your back. And I'll show you in the next one, because he's going to win this one. So I'll make I'll pull up, where is it? I don't have my iPad out here, but I'll pull up the Clash Caddy on my phone, and then I'll play with the ring system, so you get an idea of like what I'm talking about when I say that. So we'll go ahead and do this. Wind, clear wind, we're going to do power 3. I don't have Clash Caddy on this account, on this phone, because it's a different iTunes account, and it costs money, so I wasn't going to pay that, but not the point. Fuck, I should have just did my alt account, since I'm on tour, I think 8 with it. The baby account, tour 7 to 8, that'd have been like perfect. Fuck it, I'm gonna do that. Give me a sec to recover this. $17.38. Hey, sorry, that was kind of awesome. All right, Alright, so I'm on tour 8, so let's go ahead. I'll just do a tour 7, because why the fuck not? Winged Hussars. Oh, yay, this hole. Not the best hole to do. Alright, so the caddy is going to be a little bit different though still. So, This looks like maybe... Do I want to have... Yeah. I don't have a ton of bowls. So I'll just do this real quick. But I know like 4 isn't going to move it a ton, but it's going to move it enough, right? So, and I'm going to have to overpower it a little bit just to get there. So I want to land it kind of right where that yellow circle is, you know, and have it bounce. So I know having to get it about there. Just a little bit of overpower and then a little bit of curl. Oh, and hit grade. Okay. I'm really fucking punching the donkey here. Trying to think of how I can make it more like understandable. Like I know I talk a mile a minute, right? And because the thoughts in my head are fucking going cray cray. This dude's about to go crazy apparently with a snow globe. Good for him. Whatever. He's probably gonna go OB, and then we get a free tie. Those approach shots, though, I for some reason I don't know why I haven't had like a good approach shot to show you. It's kind of discouraging. Get in the rough, you fucking bitch. He's so bad that he's good. This fucking guy. All right, I'm not gonna have helping wind, am I? Nope. Nope, birdino. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get up there. Just get on the fucking... Oh, wow. That even made it to the fair. Okay, cool. Yeah, he's a lucky fucking prick. For sure, for sure. Alright. So I'm going to try to do everything in my power to chip in the next shot, because I think that I'm going to need to, barring this dude having a poor shot of his own. It's going to be a fucking wedge, I think, again, though. But, so, like, for instance, this guy, right, he's deciding right now if he wants to try to rough bump it or not. And he does. He wants to rough bump it, but he's not really sure how to do it. And he's like, well, now I have to try to figure out which way is good. And then he's trying to think of the wind. He's winging it. That should be in the sand. Well, maybe not, actually. It could still roll out, depending on how much topspin he put. So, yeah. He didn't give it enough room, which that helps us, right? So now if we put the pressure on him if we chip in. Okay, so Hornet, perfect. I don't have a lot of... Oh, my God. I don't have any room, do I? I can't even rough bump it. Alright, I'm actually going to try to dunk this. Just because I don't have really any other options. So you line up perfectly in the hole, center of the hole, boom. Take a look how far you are. Alright. I don't know how many rings this is going to be. I would... Like, I'm just going to make the adjustment, but I would set up my thing like this on the top of the ball, and then when I move it towards the ball, so it's always consistent. Since the thing came up, it's close on the time, but fuck, and I hit it great. Dink. I think perfect, that might actually go in. But, so, the common strategy there is using the top of the ball on the take shot as your marker. You can also use the take shot top of the bar, line it up with the wind behind you, make the adjustment. But that way, your point, your landing location, if you will, if you want to call it that. Damn, he hit it perfect. Okay, well, good game. Fucking Daiko, bitch. We'll do one more and hopefully it's not fucking tragic. I'm gonna just try to play like a normal game and not do too much descriptions, but just quick explanations and play it at a normal speed that I would. So. Blarney Stone Sheet. Sunshine. Oh god, I love Sunshine Glades, man. Really do. I think it's a really well done course design, like, as a whole. Has anything I said helped? I don't know if... I know the description has probably made what I've been saying clearer, but I don't know if it's actually helping. I mean, we probably won't know until you try to do it yourself to see if the execution phase is easier for you or not. But, I guess I'm just curious. I'm fucking hungry. Bitches. So, if I were going to go super try-hard mode, I already know, because of the way that you bounce off of this mound right here, that you bounce to the left. So having left to right wind is actually very, very helpful. But I'm going to use full top, full right to the best of my extent. And I'm not going to try to play too close to the edge because, well, as you see, it doesn't have a good whatever after. So I want to land it right in this area right here. That is the landing zone. So do that. Do this, move it what I think would be about 4, and then just go ahead and hit it. And I know I'm going to want curl to keep it away from that bunker, but whatever. And should stay out of the bunker, should stay out of the bunker, should stay out of the bunker, should stay fucking maggot, fuck. Jesus Christ, dude. It's the most irritating thing in the world. I hate the extra miles accuracy at low levels. It is absolute garbage. Absolute fucking garbage. Yeah, for sure. I like it. It has, but I'm locked in my way. Ooh, yeah. You're not locked. I refuse to believe that any one person is stuck in the way that they're playing. I think that it will take practice and a certain mindset. Like, I think once you see that it starts working, you'll be like, oh man, just like when I did with the Clash Caddy, when I finally started having a couple shots drop in a row, I was like, damn, like this is pretty tight. So I feel like you'll just notice more consistency, more accuracy, but things that I'll do too. I'm just real quick, I'm gonna do this. So I know I'm gonna come back down to about here, right? So I want to try to get up there a little bit. Either way, I'm gonna play a full shot. I'm not gonna overpower it or anything. But when you're looking at it like this, right, and you zoom in and you get your ball right in position you want to line it up just as it's perfect, right? And then you line up the ball right, and then you do that. You can also turn, zoom out a little bit, see how far of a distance that is. Okay, it's not that bad. Because it makes a difference, like how far you're traveling. So, oh, what the fuck is this needle jump? I don't know if that's me or if you're seeing it too, but okay, so this next shot I'm gonna try to hole, obviously. If it's the Hornet, I have a really good chance because for some reason I'm good at gauging the distance that the Hornet's gonna fly and land. I mean, the accuracy on it's super duper high, as opposed to the Thorn that's high, but it's not as high. Alright. Do I even get to use the Thorn? That's the question. I should, yeah. Or the Hornet. Well. Okay, I like this a lot. I'm going to take away the fringe, though. I don't like the inconsistencies right now, though. I'm going to use 1.5 back. Line it up, which I think is going to be good. Just a little bit under, actually that might be too much, but just a 2 adjustment, really, really easy. Nice and easy, and then hit it perfect. Should go in. Oh, it didn't run out as much as I thought. That's actually really sad. Also, that's adjustment too, because if you look at the angle at which I made the adjustment, that's the angle I was actually short on the hole, so I over adjusted too much. That's another thing that you can think of too, is like, okay, I mean, it was only 2. I barely should have even moved it. But it lets you know too, like, oh, I only missed by X amount of like space from that exact angle at which I was trying to adjust it for, which means that the adjustment angle that you made was correct. It was just the amount that you adjusted was not, which isn't a bad thing if you take it as constructive criticism to yourself and like, okay, cool, so I moved it in the right direction, I just moved it a little too far or not enough, which is gonna happen a lot. But that's when the caddy comes in handy, I guess. Is that it gives you more dialed in numbers, because there you can really quick stretch it out, bring it back, get an estimate of the percentage that you're at, type that in, and then move the rings, right? And the rings are super accurate with the Hornet. Actually, it's a scary thing. I've had some really good success with that. This is another shithole, because I'm gonna have two goddamn snipers after this, but I'm gonna want this to run out as close as you can to the fringe, right? So with a 4 wind, it's probably gonna bring me back there. So that's why I moved it down here to see where it's gonna go after. So I can just do like a baby amount of overpower. Easy day. I should stay just short of the roof. Actually, that might run in. No. Okay, perfect. Using your ball guide there, super important. I fucked up. Well, I didn't fuck up, but not knowing the ball guide can screw up. What I meant is on the tournament, when on that par 5, when I was trying to go further to the left and up closer to the rough on the fairway without going into the rough, knowing that how far out it would go in certain situations is really key, right? And it's harder with lower level clubs, but you kind of get used to them as you use them. I think you're using the Backbone, not on that one though, you're using the Goliath. And the Viper still, I'll never get that. I will not understand. More power to you, but I can't do it. Alright, so here, I'm going to give myself a good angle into the green. Since I can't really get it up far, up yonder, up here, I'm going to go over here. So, since we have like a little bit helping wind, or hurting wind, I don't have to put too much backspin on it. But I'm going to overpower, and it's going to bring us back, so maybe just a tidbit, actually a backspin just because. But I'm going to full curl, and just bring it to the left. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and that's fine. I have the ability to hit it right there. G5. Really? Your Goliath's only 5? Yeah, I'm glad I put backspin on it there. It was really clutch. So here I should have another sniper shot. But I have a clear path to the green, as you can see. This guy, he's going to have to play curl, and then the wind's not very conducive for him. So he's actually going to have to make a decent shot to get it close. And a hook shot to probably just get it on. So, well, he has the katana, so he has the side spin. Yeah, I don't know how you do the Viper, man. I really don't. More power to you. It's just like, I mean, the backspin's cool or whatever. It doesn't have a ton of distance, and the ball guide's not very great. You know what I mean? I'm huge on ball guide. No homo. It's just like, so huge. So here, knowing this green has a backstop back there, I'm gonna go ahead and try to play off of that. See if my ball guide can allow me. It's not looking like it, but I know that it will run up there, so actually no, I'm just gonna try to run it into the hole. Fuck it, YOLO. Alright, so I'm gonna have to curl it, and yeah, curl it. So I'm there, now I make my adjustment. I would do this, I would turn it around, line it up, do like this, and then just make an adjustment for the curl is what you think that it would need. Only level 8, it's the same level, homie. Oh, okay, so I curled way too much there, but that's the concept, is finding what, like, none of these holes have been straightforward or hit it in the fucking sand because I'm a retard, but, oh, thanks, guy. He's probably gonna miss this, but unless it's just straight, yeah, no, he probably misses that. Wait, what level was my sniper here? I think my sniper's like level 5 or something. I mean, this is my baby account, but like these are people. This is like someone you would see in your tour. I'm basically someone that you would see in your tour. Not the win percentage, but the clubs. My clubs aren't like amazing. They're very, not amazing. Pretty standard. But that's the sequences of the shot. Look at what your best option is. Set up, spin. Zoom in. Get on your ball rings and put the wind at your back, so that way when you pull down, it gives you a marker to pull down to, and I think that's what makes it the most consistent. Yeah, see, I'm level 6. The most consistent. Oh, that was really good. Most consistent part of it is that it get like when you're pushing away from you, you're not guaranteed to catch it always, right? You say oops, whoops, because you hit the screen and you're moving up, right? You're trying to like catch it right next to the button. So if you turn it around, watch the screen flip, then you can just pull back and it helps you adjust. So that's my biggest tip for as far as adjusting goes. I know you're on your written X, Y, and Z for the Clash Caddy measurements and stuff. Just know that they're not perfect science; they're guesstimate. And then knowing, a lot of the times I look like I won't even think rings. I won't. I'll look back at where my shot's coming from, where I want it to land, and in the air, in my mind, I'm like, well, if there's a 3 mile an hour power wind, 3 mile an hour wind, where do I think that would move the ball in the air to, right? And that's when it gets harder into the upper tours, when you're like, well, 11, 12, 13, 15, fucking whatever, and you're like, well, fuck. But lower tours, 7, 8 starts to get really high, but like 7 is medium still, and then below, because you can still get really low, like 2, 3 winds. You can eye it really well and not worry too much about the rings, but the ring system is so good to use in tourneys. I'm not trying to say that it's not good to use, but just know it's not perfect science. And again, it's a lot of word vomit, I know, and I'm sorry. It's probably too much to just blah. Yeah, I'll turn you on, but I hope that helps. I'm still gonna play, but yeah, I'll turn you on. Catch you over there. Peace, late.